Okay, so how do you mount a tortoise or smail on foam? You can't do it from underneath per se unless you have a really long throw, and that could affect the pivot, the fulcrum point on the motor itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this section of foam here, and I used a template to mark it with, and this template is slightly smaller than the block of wood that I have the smail or tortoise mounted to. All right, well, let me show you that. Okay, so right here I have 3 of my smails, which is nothing more than a tortoise with a DCC decoder inside. All right, if we look, my template for cutting out is smaller than the block of wood that I have the smail mounted to. So what I will do, but it's bigger, important note here is, it's bigger than the smail itself, okay? So by using this template, I can cut a hole in the foam. All right, and you'll notice there's a plywood deck there. I'll have to cut a hole through it as well. All right, and then the smail tortoise will drop down through it. Now I will have to trim away a little lip area around the perimeter so that that smail wooden mount that it's on fits down recessed into the foam and can be glued in place. All right, so let me get at it, and I'll show you when I'm at a couple other steps along the way. Okay, as you can see, I've got the foam cut away. All right, and now I have to drill 4 holes in the corners and then cut away the plywood decking, probably with my sonic tool, because eventually the foam will be too thick to use a saber saw on. But if you look, this hole right here is smaller than the smail. I mean, it's larger, excuse me, larger than the smail. So this will, once I get the plywood deck cut away, will go right down through it. All right, next up, the deck, the plywood. Okay, 4 holes are drilled through. Now let's use the sonic tool and clean that out. And such is the case, battery's dead. Time to put a new battery in. I'll be right back. Okay, battery change. Let's try this again. And there we go. Now let's see if it fits, or we'll have to do more trimming. All right. So the smail's going to fit down through there. Now I'll have to trim the lip away so I have an area to glue. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the inside of the cabinet with the top up. You can see my Digitrax controller. I have power here and there. This power strip is plugged in to a wall outlet. That wall outlet will eventually have an Alexa interface, so that I'll be able to tell my Alexa unit over there to turn the railroad on and off, and instead of having to go down into the cabinet and turning it on. Plugged into this power strip is another power strip back there that all the PS14's power supplies for the layout plug into as well. Close-up view. The Smails have all these wires connected to it. Right now all I'm using it for is a switch motor, but it also allows, and I've pre-wired for lighting, you know, signal lights, etc. At some point I may want to add them. That's the typical installation, and here is the remote installation. And as you can tell here, there's fine piano wire running through a plastic sleeve. The plastic sleeve is clamped here and here. Alright, the piano wire is clamped here and there, and runs through a lever here. Okay? So when this switch motor throws, okay, this slides across and pulls the wire, which will pull this down, which actuates the switch. Let me fire it up and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so we're going to throw this switch here in a second, and you're going to see this slide across, and this will come down. I still have to trim that wire off. This will come down, and it will throw this switch right here. Right now it's showing going down this track right here. Right after we throw it, right, it's going to show going down this track. All right. So that's switch number 5. We're going to get on our throttle here. We're going to go switch 5, and we're going to either open or close it. I don't know which at this point. There it goes. Alright, it's slid across. Notice the position that wire has come down. Alright, and the switch shows as expected going down here. Alright, now if you notice, this is going down this third track down. And look over here, this switch right there, the corresponding switch on the other end, shows it coming down the third one here. Okay? We can close it. And there it goes. Now it's showing coming down the second track. The slide has gone back to the right. It's pivoted upwards. And the switch is showing going down the second track. Okay? And that's just a simple addressing command when you set up the Smail on the DCS, when you program it. They're very simple to program. I'll do another segment video on that probably later today. Alright, you can now see everything powered up in here. And you can see over here it's powered up, and the computer interface is powered up, and of course
it's a work in progress. So, and I'm a type that likes to have every tool and every supply within easy grasp. So it looks disorganized, but actually I know where everything's at. All right. It's another segment of our July 2020 Retirement Railroad. Thanks for watching. Hey, you might want to hit subscribe and thumbs up button and the little bell so you get notified every time I upload one. Thanks for watching. Bye.